If you like to make your NFL games a little bit more interesting, you've come to the right place. It's the Even Money Podcast with Ross Tucker and Steve Fezzik.
Yeah, Vegas, baby, Vegas. It is the Even Money Podcast. And if my smile looks bigger than normal, it's because Steve and I were both up over 10 units week 9 in the National Football League, which is awesome. You have come to the right place for the best NFL betting podcast in the galaxy. Make sure you turn the notifications on so you get the chance to either listen or watch youtube.com/Ross Tucker NFL as soon as the show is posted. And as a reminder, this spreadsheet I'm looking at right now from our guy Grades, our Australian sensation, patreon.com/RT Media. All you have to do is become a Tuckheads member. It is unbelievable the information he has. We're going to dive right into it because we got a bunch of bets to get to for week number 10. And we got to start with an incredible week 9. Steve, it started with the teaser legs, man. I mean, I'm looking at it right now. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 teaser legs, and 6 of them won. You had 6 teaser legs, and 5 of them won. I'm trying to figure out which one you didn't have that I did. Bengals. I took the Bengals plus 8.5 against the Bears. You did not. But we did have 6 teaser legs as best bets, and we got wins on 5 of them. I got to tell you, Steve, it's interesting to me to look at this from Grades. I had 7 teaser legs. 6 of them hit, and I won 7.5 units because we're grading them at minus 125. You had 6, and 5 of them hit, so you won 3.8 units. I guess it feels like it should be more than that, but I guess that's the deal when it's minus 125, right?
Yeah, we had a listener question us last week about if you only have 4 teaser legs and you go 3-1, you wind up not making money, and how can that possibly be right? And well, on each individual leg, you're laying like minus 290. Think of it that way. So you're laying so much vig per play. You really have to be confident of the plays we were. And it's interesting that Bears game at the very end, the Bears got it. Actually, it was the Bengals got up by 14, but that was the highest total scoring game that just kept going back and forth. No one could stop anyone.
All right, so Ravens, Dolphins. We both had the Ravens as a teaser leg up to 7.5. That obviously, down to minus 1.5. That obviously cashed. The one teaser leg that we lost on, Steve, the Lions, down to minus 2.5 at home, lost to J.J. McCarthy and the Vikings. That one I was not expecting. The only one of my 7 and our 6 teaser legs that did not hit.
Heck, you could argue that was the strongest of them all, right? Pure Wong teaser. Just wrong about McCarthy. He hadn't been playing. I was not optimistic. He played a fine game in Detroit.
Next game was Colts-Steelers. I took the over 49.5 Colts-Steelers because I don't think the Colts defense is that good. The Steelers defense had been horrendous. Came up short, 27-20, 6 turnovers. So I guess on the one hand, Steve, you could say 6 turnovers is why the Colts didn't score more. But the reality is those 6 turnovers are why the Steelers did.
Colts couldn't move the ball in the elements, so they're vulnerable when they have to play outside of a dome. That's clear.
I had 11 bets this past weekend between teaser legs and others. Those are the 2 I lost. The Lions as a teaser leg down to minus 2.5, and Colts Steelers over. Everything else we're about to go over was a win. Chargers Titans. You remember that line went down. It was plus 10 on Tuesday. Then on Thursday, it had gone down to plus 8.5. So I added the Chargers as a teaser leg. We both did. And that came through big time as the Chargers won the game. Although the Titans had a defensive touchdown, they had a punt return touchdown, they still lost. That was my CBS game. Falcons, Patriots, we had nothing. Panthers, Packers. I only did 1 unit, Steve, but I had 1 unit. Oh, let me go back a second. Patriots, Falcons, you took the over for 2 units, 44.5, Steve, and it came through for you.
Yeah, that total was just too low. Sometimes it's just a math play. It's like it's so boring, Ross. It's like, why did I play it? And it's like, well, I made it 2.5 points higher. That's the reason.
Packers, Panthers. I took the Panthers getting 12.5. You leaned Panthers. They won the game outright as 12.5 point underdogs in Green Bay. I only put 1 unit on it, unfortunately. Broncos, Texans. That was a best bet, Steve. That was a 3 unit best bet for you, a 2 unit best bet for me. The under 39.5. Broncos 18, Texans 15. Good thing the Texans were inept on the goal line for us, but that was a nice best bet that came through. Niners, Giants. Go ahead, Steve.
Oh, the market completely flipped me the bird on that game. Went all the way up to 41.5. Could not understand it. I'm sure the people who bet the over said Stroud getting hurt, cost them the bet. I don't think so. I think the way it played out, maybe it ends 20-19. If Stroud's still there, I still think it was a good bet at the under.
Niners, Giants. You leaned the Niners. I took the Niners laying 2.5. They won the game by 10. Bears, Bengals. You took the over 52.5. That number was too high for me, Steve. Well, it wasn't even close. 47-42. You nailed it. Saints, Rams, we had nothing. Jags, Raiders, we had nothing. Chiefs, Bills, the Bills were a nice teaser leg up to 7.5. They won the game outright. Seahawks, Commanders, I actually leaned Commanders, getting the 3.5. Holy cow. I'm glad it was just a lean. And then Cardinals, Cowboys. The Cardinals were a teaser leg for us up to 8.5. That came through. I should have mentioned when we were talking Bengals, I had the Bengals as a teaser leg as well. So here's the deal. For week 9, I was up 10.3 units. Steve, you were up 10.8 units. How about 11-5 on our best bets? Breaking them down into teaser legs with the teasers and the other ones. We were 10-5 on our teasers, 1-0 on that under Broncos against the Texans. So for the year now, Steve, I am up 3.8 units. You are slightly down, 0.9, not even a full unit down. You're slightly down. But how about this? We've been telling you guys this for years. Our best bets, 45-29 this year. A 61% strike rate on our best bets. Can't emphasize enough. Patreon.com/RTmedia is where you can see how we do on totals and teasers and our best bets. Everything is here on this spreadsheet. It is amazing. Thursday's show, we will get into the props and parlays because Steve's prop bet on the Ravens in the third quarter, that won easily. That was a terrific prop bet by Steve. So we'll get to that in more in depth on Thursday's show with Dr. Chow, with the injury info, with everything else that we go over. For right now, though, we got to move forward to week 10 in the NFL. More great stuff right after this. So I've been telling you guys about my friends at westshorehome.com/Ross for a while. You know what I haven't figured out, by the way? How is my shower bigger? Like, how did they make the shower they just put in my detached garage where my studio is? How did they make it bigger? I got to ask BJ, a buddy of mine, BJ Worsen, he's their founder, how that works. But it's really nice to be in a shower that's more spacious when you're 6'5", 250. Huge fan of all the work they've done at my house. This is my house. You think I would have people come to my house with my daughters and wife unless I respected them and the work they do? You think my wife would let someone do work on our house unless she trusted them? Here's the deal. WestShoreHome.com/Ross to get an exclusive discount of $500 off on top of the full bath remodel, getting the shower replaced, another bathroom free, or all the flexible financing options. WestShoreHome.com/Ross. All right, Steve, something I know that you're already all over is Ethos, the online platform that makes getting life insurance fast and easy to protect your family's future in minutes, not months. No medical exam required. You can get a quote in as little as 10 minutes. So you're saving time, you're doing it online, and you're protecting your family with life insurance from Ethos. Get your free quote, that's the key, at ethos.com/Ross. It's spelled ethos.com/Ross. Application times may vary, rates may vary. What doesn't vary is how you feel about knowing your family is taken care of. Peace of mind is everything. Don't leave this thing to chance. It's too important. Ethos.com/even. All right, Steve, we'll start with Thursday night's game. The Raiders are getting 9.5 points at the Broncos on Thursday night. That sounds like a lot, Steve.
Yeah, and DraftKings is telling you what to bet in this game because they're dealing this game Denver -9.5, and everywhere else it's -8.5. Denver isn't -9. And what DraftKings is saying, no mas, niet, no more teasers on games like this. And so you can't play it at DraftKings, so it's not going to be a play. Hey, bottom line, the Raiders, Sunday, Jacksonville lost, overtime, just a crushing defeat. They played 5 quarters, basically. Now it's a short turnaround into altitude. I don't see the Raiders being competitive. So you can't play it at DraftKings, but Denver teasers at other places.
Denver teasers at other places. I like it. You know, it's funny because absolutely I would love the Broncos as a teaser. Now, and when it comes down, if it comes down, maybe by Thursday, we can do that. The other thing is, road teams had been bad on Thursday nights, but the Ravens just blew out the Dolphins. So that wasn't the case. What about some of these Sunday games? The Falcons, Steve, they're getting 6 points. I should have said, by the way, Raiders, Broncos totals 42.5. What about Falcons, Colts? The Colts are laying 6 coming off that loss. The total's 48.5.
Yeah, it's an interesting game. Olympic Stadium in Berlin. I make this on a neutral 5. I guess that means I'm supposed to be taking Atlanta and the points. The Colts were bad in Pittsburgh, and they got beat up physically as well. I'll do it. Atlanta 2 units +6.
Wow. Not me. I think the Colts are really good, and it was 6 turnovers, and that's not going to happen again. If anything, I would lean to the Colts laying the 6 because I have no faith or trust in the Falcons whatsoever. What about the Bills? They are on the road. They're laying 9.5. Another 9.5 point spread. I hate 9.5 point spreads. 10.5, I like the underdog usually. 8.5, I usually like the teaser. 9.5, Steve, does nothing for me. Bills laying 9.5 at the Dolphins, who might even make more trades today. That's one thing that's interesting about today's show. The trade deadline is in less than 8 hours from now. Total's 50.5, Steve.
Ross, you nailed it. I think the spread is correct. If it goes up, I will bet Miami later in the week. If it leaks down, I will tease Buffalo at that point. At -9.5, it is a no play.
This is also, by the way, why it's really nice to have that Thursday show. And we added the Chargers as a teaser leg last week. That was huge. Nice to have that Thursday show, be able to react and add some bets potentially with some line moves. I got nothing on that game. Ravens are laying 3.5 at the Minnesota Vikings. Totals 48.5. Steve, I know I'm supposed to take the Vikings at home, getting the 3.5. I love 3.5. The Vikings are coming off a big win. I can't do it. I do not trust JJ McCarthy yet. I do think the Ravens are about to go on a run. Am I off here? Should I be taking the Vikings plus the 3.5?
No, because I have the Baltimore Ravens, the second best team in the NFL, Ross. Number 2. I got KC number 1. Now, I know that's crazy. Everyone's like, Fez, what are you doing? I mean, all these other teams, Indy, Seattle, they're better than Baltimore. No, they're not. They are not. They have been better year to date. The rest of the year, they will not be better. I bet Baltimore will win more games than any other team in the NFL down the stretch. Obviously, they've got an easy schedule that helps. Kansas City, I still have rated better, but I would lean even to Baltimore in this game.
Interesting. I can't do it. Sorry, Vikings. It's my beloved 3.5, but I just can't do it because I think there's a chance the Ravens win by double digits in that game because I still need to see more from McCarthy. What about the Patriots? They're getting 2.5 on the road against the Bucks. Total's 48.5. Bucks coming off a bye.
Whoa, what's this? The Patriots are the underdog. I don't know if they're the worst team. Let me see. They aren't. I've got New England rated better right now than Tampa with the receivers' injuries. So have to get me some teasers. I will add the Patriots into the teaser mix.
Yep, Patriots are our first teaser leg of the week. I'll just say this too. We're doing one unit on the teaser legs unless you hear differently. We'll figure it out towards the end of the show, depending on how many we have. What about the Saints and the Panthers? Steve and I, by the way, for clarity, that's a best bet teaser leg. New England up to 8.5. The Saints are getting 5.5 against the Carolina Panthers. Totals 39.5, Steve.
So I'm out on the Saints. Plucky team that tries hard, but they're no good at all. Carolina with momentum. I actually lean Carolina by my power ratings. I hate laying points. I like taking points. So when the favorites are having another great year, it's hard for me to win, but I'll lean Carolina.
I would lean Carolina as well. I mean, I think Shuck will be better in his second start. I didn't see a lot from him in that game. Carolina has some momentum. The only thing you think is what maybe everybody's patting Carolina on the back after that Packers win. What about the Jags? They're getting 1.5 on the road at Houston. Totals 37.5. Low 37.5.
Boy, Jacksonville was dreadful against the Raiders, and the Raiders were dreadful as well. I really don't want to do this, but Ross, you nailed it. When you have a total of 38 versus 48, it's so much more likely to get like a Denver-Houston 18-15 type of game. Who cares who wins? Give me the Jacksonville Jaguars as the second teaser in my portfolio.
Agree 100%. I actually think Davis Mills is going to end up starting that game for the Texans. Pretty good chance. So I think that line will move when that comes out. So I think we're getting value here. Teaser leg number 2 is Jacksonville up to 7.5. What about the Giants at the Bears? Total is 48.5. The Giants are getting 3.5, Steve.
Yeah, I make the Bears 3 points better right now than the Giants. And, the Bears, the Bears are 5-3, Ross. I actually think they'll have a legitimate home field in this game more than normal. I can't do it. The Giants, everybody loves the Giants this year, but the results haven't been there. I got nothing. I pass.
Yeah, I'm going 2 units on the Giants. I like getting 3.5. I don't really think the Bears are that good. I think the Bears are very fortunate in a lot of these games. The Giants have had back-to-back tough games. I think they actually come out have a decent chance to win this game. I like the Giants getting the 3.5 for 2 units. Now we move on to the Browns and the Jets. Browns are getting a 1.5. Browns made a coordinator change. Total is again a low 36.5, Steve.
Yeah, I'm supposed to tease the Browns. I'm not doing it. I refuse. The Browns over the last 3 years, they are so horrific on the road that even with that elite defense, they give up on an average 30 plus points on every road game. It doesn't matter how bad the opponent is because Cleveland just turns the ball over. Cleveland doesn't have a quarterback at all. I don't want to bet this game. But you know what? I'll lean over 36.5. It's just going to be a lean because it's such a low total. And I will lean to the New York Jets. Ugh.
I am going to take the Browns as a teaser leg up to 7.5. That is a low total. They got the new coordinator in there. They're coming off a bye. Cleveland plus 7.5. My third teaser leg for this week. What about the Cardinals? Coming off that nice win last night against the Cowboys. They're at Seattle, where the Seahawks don't play as well at home for some unknown reason. Cardinals are getting 6.5. My guess is still Jacoby Brissett. Totals 45.5, Steve.
I would be careful with this. I agree with you. Seattle has been much better on the road than home. But you got 20 years of data with the 12th man that they have a great home field advantage. And now all of a sudden we're going to throw that in the garbage can because we got 2 years where Seattle's better on the road. I don't buy it. I think that Seattle has a really good home field and it will manifest itself going forward. That was impressive what they did against Dallas. It's more impressive? Sam Darnold and Seattle and JSN him throwing to. When you watch Darnold play, just his eyes, the way he looks to his second and his third choice while the bad rookie quarterbacks stare down their primary receivers. I don't want to go against Seattle right now. I'll lean Seattle.
I got nothing in this game. If it was over 7.5, I'd probably tease Seattle, but I got nothing. All right, what about Detroit and Washington? Detroit is laying 8.5. Totals 49.5.
Yeah, I think Washington had the win completely knocked out of their sails. We were all talking. I have a group text with various people, including Todd Wishnev and Chris Felica and Gil Alexander. And we were all like, why is Daniel still in the game? Why is he still in the game? And then he breaks his elbow. I think that's devastating for the organization. Such a dumb move by Quinn. I'll tease the Lions. Add them into my portfolio.
I'm with you. I got the Lions down to minus 2.5 as teaser leg number 4 for me, teaser leg number 3 for Steve. What about the Rams? They're laying 3.5 on the road against the Niners. Totals 49.5, Steve.
My gut says my numbers say the Rams are elite this year, and the Niners, at some point, the injuries catch up to them. I'm actually going to lean to the Rams.
Nope. I'm going the other way. The Niners, for whatever reason, have the Rams number, it feels like. I think this is a field goal game either way. They're playing at home. 2 units on the Niners, getting the 3.5 for me. All right, Steelers, Chargers, Sunday Night Football. Steelers are getting 3 points. Totals 45.5, Steve.
Whoa, what is going on here? So this is going to be a difficult road game for the Chargers. The terrible towels will be waving in Los Angeles. The Chargers ult out for the year. Back to big problems with the O-line. That Steeler D is going to get after the Chargers. I'm going to play Pittsburgh plus 3 for 2 units. I'm going to play under 45.5 for 2 units. And Ross, I'm going to put a 1 unit on the correlated parlay. I'll take Pittsburgh with the under, and I will count on that Pittsburgh defense to shut down Herbert and company.
Wow. I'm with you on Pittsburgh plus the 3. The Chargers being down to their 4th and 5th offensive tackles again, that is rough against the Steelers' edge rushers. That's a best bet for us, Steve. 2 units on Pittsburgh plus the 3. That's just rough for the Chargers in this one. Last but not least, We got the Eagles getting 2.5 on Monday Night Football against the Packers. Total's 45.5.
You know, they've been telling me that this Packers team is a juggernaut, and I just haven't seen it. The stats are really, really pretty. It's like Anna Kournikova. Packers look great. They just don't win. And they don't win against bad teams like Cleveland and Dallas. I'll tease me some Eagles in what should be a very competitive game. Add them to my portfolio.
Totally agree. Eagles plus 8.5. They've been very good after a bye under Nick Sirianni. And to be getting 8.5 with the teaser leg. So that's 5 teaser legs for me, Steve. New England, Jacksonville, Cleveland, Detroit, Philly. You had 4. You're not going in on the Cleveland Browns. Assuming we're taking, Steve, 1 unit each for these?
Yeah, the reason we're taking 1 unit is because we're laying minus 125. There's minus 120s in the market. We want to grade ourselves at numbers people can get. I know they can't get at DraftKings, but there are other places they can do even better. We split the difference, so we're being more conservative.
Don't go anywhere. Got to pay some bills real quick. Guy Fieri's got culinary chaos on his Christmas list. Don't miss the brand new series, Tournament of Champions All-Star Christmas on Food Network. For the first time ever, superstar chef duos will go head-to-head in high-pressure, high-flavor matchups, all for charity. Get ready as game day intensity meets holiday heat in the biggest culinary competition of the season. It's TOC like you've never seen it before. Don't miss Tournament of Champions All-Star Christmas. Series premiere November 5th at 8 only on Food Network. Stream it the next day on HBO Max. Quick question. Listeners love this, Steve. All right, this is from Julian. After week 9, he has 1 entry remaining in his survivor pool. 744 entries out of 7,150 are remaining. Prize pool is $128,000. At what point is it worth it to hedge my survivor pool pick by taking the underdog on the money line at the book offering the best value?
Great question. Here's what I do with Survivor. I have 1 left in Circa Survivor. 2 ways to hedge. I would not play the money line all the way. I would take the dog. I try to middle it. I would take the dog plus the 10 points, and I'd play a little bit on the money line. So I'd attack it both ways. So you could survive in advance and still cash your hedge bet. I'm also swapping with people. Ross, you're still alive in Survivor. I'll give you 5% of my entry. You give me 5% of yours. And so I'm swapping in financial terms with several people, and 5% is the number we've been using just to hedge my portfolios.
Ooh, diversifying your portfolio, Steve. I love it almost as much as I love patreon.com/RTmedia. Best $10 you'll ever spend to see this spreadsheet. Love it. We'll be back on Thursday with Dr. Chow, props, parlays, line moves. Good luck, everybody. Hope you win some money.
Thanks for tuning in to Even Money. Make sure to also check out the Ross Tucker Football Podcast, Fantasy Feast, and College Draft, all on the DraftKings Network, YouTube, or subscribe to the podcast on your favorite platform.